guess. Hello? Hello?
Hello, I'm here. I'm just
Hey, I'm here as always. Can you see me?
not yet. Hold on. You just have a this is Hugh. You're just a dot and a blob. You're a dot and a lozenge.
All right, so I'm doing something wrong. Start
Yeah,
video.
I tell you what to do. You have to press video.
Yeah, that's what it might be doing wrong. Okay. How's that?
Hi, how are you? How are you keeping up?
I'm great. And let the record reflect that I managed to educate myself about Zoom and get on this call, and I got 3 minutes to spare. I want you to tell Jim.
Praise to Buddha.
Exactly.
Praise to Buddha.
Well, it's more important that we stuff it down Jim Walsh's throat. That I paid it on time.
How so? Oh, because he always is on your case for being late?
Oh, no, actually, that's the comedy of it. I'm always on his case for it. He's the one that's always late, but I'm the one that knows nothing about computers. Nothing about computers.
Actually, you know, when you finally learn something, they change it on you. So you don't know. It's a losing battle. It's you know, you can't ever know. You can't ever feel like you've achieved something.
I know that because about 5 months ago, I succeeded on getting myself on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Did that phenomenon help me in any way, shape, or form figure out how to do it today?
No, it's always different. It's different.
I even had to use a totally different browser to tell you.
Really?
I didn't even know what a browser was.
Oh, yeah, that's anyway. Well, good. Well, there are two of us. The two of us who have achieved it. I have to admit that I was I'm supposed to be on a call at 9 o'clock, but I slept through the whole thing. So because I didn't get a notice. If you don't send me a notice, I don't know anything.
And the hours of sleeping now, there's no time.
Right.
If you go to bed at a certain time and wake up at a certain time. No. Any day.
Can't function. So I see you have a Buddha. Do you have a Buddha in your on your left? Is that a Buddha?
Good question. It is not a Buddha, but are you catching like right here? No, you know what that is? Believe it or not, that is a knight in shining armor.
Okay. That's great. You mean an armored? That's clever.
Yeah, it's actually and it's very silly because it's like this just made a tin, but whoever made it cared about it. So I saw it in a store.
Hi, Regina.
Hey, Elizabeth.
How are you? How are you?
Good.
This is the second time I've seen Regina today. I haven't seen her in a year, and now twice. Yay!
Oh, and here comes Ellen. Here comes Ellen.
Hi. I don't know, maybe my camera's off.
Yes. Press your stop video. Press the video button.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you are.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Oh, I can't wait to tell Jim Walsh that us computers.
We're waiting for you.
We got here on time.
Yeah, we're waiting for him. Where did you see Hugh, Regina? On the street, or were you in another meeting?
No, on the street.
In Regina's case, you can guess. I was driving the car as a lazy human being, and she was running.
No, all right.
The Energizer bunny.
Well, I try to stay active.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Hugh and I are essentially neighbors. So I run through his house almost like every day. And today, my lucky day, as he was driving out, that I saw him.
Nah, you try to do it to avoid me. Well, come on, Jim Walsh. Yeah, we see that you're trying to join us.
Can you hear me?
You ignorant jerk, get your vision up here. Us computer literate people have been here for at least a minute.
But I can't, can you hear me or not?
I can hear you, but
we just can't see you.
That's what I needed to know.
No, we want to see you.
All right, so now I have to change this view so that I can see you all more clearly.
Yeah.
That,
Just press, there should be a slash in the middle of that little icon camera. You
Oh.
just press that.
yeah,
Teach,
I think I'm all set.
teach him how to do this, please.
So unfortunately, only Hugh and I know the previous conversation that we had about his inability to deal with technology.
Anything to do with computers, yes.
But
Yeah, here you are.
And yet we don't believe you because I've been here for 3 minutes. Come on. And we can still, they can see me.
oh, you can't see me now?
We still cannot see you.
You
How-
incompetent.
Jim, are you on an iPad or a computer or a
No,
phone?
on a computer.
Okay,
So you were able to see me, right?
You
No.
Luddite. No.
No, not at all.
you have to turn on, do you have a icon that says video or stop video?
Start video? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, press that, start video. There,
Hey,
Right.
Yay.
Good. Excellent.
you notice how I helped them along.
You, I miss you so much. You are so funny.
He is funny, but you don't waste your time missing him.
look at that long hair. That
Oh, this is
long hair Jim.
my COVID hair. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, wow. Impressive.
So our selectman used to have long hair too until his wife went after him with the shears. So
Are you talking about me?
I am. So listen, friends, I sent you an email sort of explaining the screw up, which of course I have to take some responsibility for, but not all. Somehow the state just deleted my email address and I was not receiving emails about the Cultural Council. And because I had a number of other activities going on, I said, oh, nothing to do there. So I went to something else. So I should have been more proactive, but I was not. And I apologize for that. So I talked with our rep, Mina Kim, and she gave me some advice on how best to deal with this situation. I think we have a plan that we can go forward with. We've talked about, did you all have a chance to review the applications?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Now, if I could I'm gonna have to fool around here so I can get my notes up.
Oh, Lordy.
Let's see.
Are you sharing your screen?
Well, I'm gonna try to do that
Okay.
so that I can see things. So the first thing I suppose is to say let's talk about the applications that we received.
Mhm.
So we got something from the hip hop chair, Soul Train music for elders. Which I didn't find terribly inviting. And then if I can find my notes, let's see.
I'm just looking for the email to get the applications, so it's not like I'm multitasking. I'm not doing a head
Right,
crew.
well, I'm doing the same thing here.
Okay.
Yeah, but Elizabeth does it with panache.
Oh,
Oh, my Lord, let's get rid of that. Look at, there we are. Okay, so now the other application that was kind of silly was, Dr. Jesse, who wanted to do chainsaw and cheeseburgers. Can we safely assume that that's not on the agenda?
I would say, yes, that's a good assumption.
Okay. So So that brings us to the other, so we were not able to get additional applications.
Mhm.
So we have to deal with the ones we have, but we can modify and negotiate with the applicants to increase the amount of money if they increase what they give us. And I had that conversation with Sally Slagle, and she was perfectly willing to involve herself in creating an event at East Point on May 1st that we will sponsor, I hope, if there's no opposition to it. And the idea, of course, is to welcome spring, to celebrate art and culture in Nahant and its connection with the environment. The activities would include a bunch of them at the sort of the bottom across from Canoe Beach, which would involve perhaps some poetry readings, arts and crafts exhibition and sale. And then up on top in Lodge Park, we would have, which I'm really excited about this, sort of a maypole dance that Sally would choreograph, and to get, kids up and outside, music and an environment. And, my imagination just goes crazy with this possibility. So
I love it.
doing the maypole dance that would be led by Sally, and we would have music up there in the early afternoon. And then later in the afternoon, Jim and Rose Malone would do a musical performance up there. So I think it would draw a number of different audiences. In talking with Rose, she was saying, oh, we should do the music, down at the bottom and all that. And I said, no, it's the visual that we want. It's the experience of being out there, at East Point.
You talk about the visual. Plus, if I'm gonna dance, I want to be dancing up there.
Oh, wait, no.
Hey, Gina, you and I, huh?
There are
heavy dancing up there.
There will be some restrictions on who was allowed to dance.
No, there won't be. Well, if there are, Regina and I are act number one.
Did I say anything? Come on.
I just want to say that some people are putting their thumbs down about anything going on at East Point. I am not one of them, but here's what they are saying, that there are ticks on the field, and therefore everything should be down below. But I don't agree with that, but I just want to throw that out to see if we can dispel that.
And that's a legitimate comment to make, and I think we have to take that into consideration. So when I talked to Zach Taylor from DPW this morning, and he's able to get electricity up there for the speaker system and all that's set. And he is going to make sure that it's the sort of the short lawn side. As you first come up, there's everything is cut down low, and that's where any performances would happen. He is also intending to cut the rest of the Lodge Park down to about 12 inches. So to prepare to spread seed so that stuff will grow. And I'm going to send you all one of my favorite photographs, which I took up there of all the flowers.
Oh yeah, I have them. Beautiful.
Yeah. Spectacular. So I think we can warn people about the possibility of ticks. Our event would not take place in the higher grass. It would take place where everything is cut. And so I think that's a reasonable comment to make, and I think we can adjust for it.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. So let's see, the two remaining applications then would be Sally Slagle's. And I'm recommending that we make her, she applied for $1,800. And that is for a performance that she would do at the end of June. But if we add on to that an amount that would total the 18, I should have this number, but I don't. The total would be $3,170 that we would give to her, with the amount of money beyond the $1,800 devoted to the project on May 1st. And we haven't worked out a precise budget on it, but we can work on that. The additional thing, that, as I said in an email, is that we can have our own program. So that would be, I think, $780. 15% is allowable. And I had sent an email earlier to Mina asking whether we have to have go through some formal application process. And I don't know the answer to that yet. But essentially, the budget for that would be to supplement whatever is needed up there. And during this event, there will be a bunch of expenses that might come up, and we would have that money to use against those expenses. So we're allowed to take a 5% administrative cost. So if we take the 5% administrative cost, the 15% for our own program, plus $3,170 for Sally, that leaves $750 through Kirk Whipple. Kirk had proposed doing a video, as I'm sure you all read it, a video program online. And I talked to them and I said, we're not so interested in that, but we are interested in music. And he is able to, he said, I will modify my program to provide you with music up on top of East Point using local musicians. So I thought that was a terrific way to resolve that. So if we add that $750 in, that brings us to $4,900, which is the amount of our grant. So that's kind of the situation. My biggest concern was, would we be able to spend all the money? Yes, we are able to do that. And we're able to use it, I think, in a creative way that brings art and nature together. And I like it.
I think it's great. My only reservation is, I assume the second performance by Sally would be indoors. The performance at the end of June.
That's not clear. I think I've mentioned, but I'll underline the fact that as we go along with this, John Coulon will be involved in all the planning. So that our health officer will approve whatever arrangements that we make for distancing and organizing it. I've known John for 45 years. So he's a good guy, really smart, and knows his stuff, and is willing to work to make good things happen.
Okay. All right. So in other words, so the Sally thing will be according to what best practices say to do.
And what I believe is the Sally thing, the one in June will be at Bailey's Hill.
Okay.
Outside. That's my understanding.
I wanted to ask, what happened to all the grants that were 2020 grants? Did they, what happened to those? Because they were good grants. Yeah.
We did pay for one. Sally did a performance at Bailey's Hill last September. So she had moved that performance from June up to September. So we paid her for that. And I think that's the only one. So those are just sort of held in abeyance, I think. And what we can do is sort of renegotiate when things are clearer in terms of what we can pay for, can't, with them. Because the process is, we say we grant you X amount of money, then they do whatever they're supposed to do and document it to us. And they say,
and
we
then
fulfilled our part of the bargain, here's our bill, and then we pay for it. So it's not that we don't give them money first.
okay.
Yeah.
So they don't have to reapply, they just have to.
And that's my understanding. Yeah.
Because I was just thinking that I think one of the grants was the painting of the fireboxes, but there were a bunch of ugly boxes on Memorial Point, that
Yeah.
little park opposite Canoe Beach. And they require a little elaboration, or what do you say?
Yeah, that's actually quite a frustrating topic. So it was Heather Goodwin that made the application. Then, as I understand it, she reached out to the town administrator to find out, what permission she would need and all that stuff. The town administrator was not able to get a quick, clear answer to that question. I contacted Heather and I said, well, let me work on this. I'll help you out. And she said, no, I withdraw my request. It's withdrawn. I don't want to do it.
Okay.
So I said, okay, what can I do? So that, that was frustrating.
That's that. Okay.
I just to interject a little bit, I did a little research on that, hoping to capture that Heather's ability to do that. And what I found out is that the electric company does not allow their boxes to be painted. I don't know, the ones she was specifically asking for were electric boxes. I don't know what the one up at Memorial Park is. I know a lot of the ones that we see on the sides of sidewalks and stuff in towns, those are traffic light boxes, which are different from electric boxes. So I think there's different permissions that you need to get.
I see.
Ones. So maybe the one up at Memorial Point, I don't know if it's an electric box or something else, but the electric company, National Grid does not allow their boxes to be painted according to them. I don't know, if you, maybe if you did it without their permission, you could get away with it. I don't know.
We'll
But,
do it at night.
yes, right. So, that's just a little more information about that one.
No, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But sometimes, I would much prefer to have negotiated that through with her and tried, but she was not willing to. So, but who knows? Maybe she'll change her mind.
Yeah.
But in any event, the answer to your question is that if the grant performance has not occurred, then they're not going to get paid for it. The application still remains active and approved, and if we can maybe come up with something when we get past this pandemic, hopefully, we can open up and do some further things.
Well, now that I can do Zoom calls, I don't know.
Sky's the limit.
Oh God, you're dangerous. Now you're dangerous, you. I don't know. So another topic which I'll bring up is that we're required to, if I think it's every 3 years, at least that's the way it used to be. I checked online today, and it's a little unclear what we have to do to seek out community input into what we're doing. So my thought is that we would maybe sponsor something in June, and if it can be done outside, fine. If not, we can do it, Zoom, which although, it's wonderful to be able to see you and talk to you, it's not like being with you. So I would much rather be with people. But I think we will have to talk about that, a little bit later and schedule a time. And I'll make sure that I understand what the state wants and requires and report back.
Well, let's face it, today is the perfect day for this conversation, because if you step outside, you just get this sense that we can start living outside. And if we
Beautiful
learn
outside,
anything,
yeah.
we can do meetings outside and we can pull these things off.
Yeah. Oh, another element here is I was thinking, we're going to set the event for May 1st, but I think the rain date should be the following weekend rather than the next day. Among other things, yeah, Elizabeth?
The following weekend is Mother's Day.
Sunday, right?
May.
Yep. Oh, so are we doing Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
All right,
Then
get it.
it's, yeah.
Yeah. We don't want any, I didn't want anything to interfere with Mother's Day.
That's right. That's right.
No,
I know your type, like.
me, one day a year.
Fair enough, yeah.
To show, I hate to interrupt, but to show you how much that rings true, on my wife's first Mother's Day after the birth of our twins, I got her a really good can opener. I have never lived that.
How did that go over?
Oh, my God.
2 years later, I'm reading this joke article and it says it's declaring what's the worst Mother's
Gift.
present of all time, and they friggin' mentioned mine as one of the 2 worst of all time. So anyway, yeah, it did. So I know.
Yes.
Yes, Mother's Day, I shall buy a present. I shall have flowers. I shall not do anything else.
You learned the hard way.
Mhm.
Hard flowers, yeah.
Right. So,
Okay.
all right.
Saturday.
Parenthetically, when my parents got married, they got married in middle age. They were both 40 years old, 41. My father, his wedding present to my mother was like a barrel of flour and 100 cans of this, all staples, that and he, if you knew my father, he'd say, "Wow, what? Isn't that a great idea?"
Yeah, right.
No, it was not a great idea to my mother. Oh.
Well, just, you may or may not know about this, but on May 2nd, it's, the Garden Club is sponsoring a May Day doorway thing
Right.
that you'll hear more about around town. But anyway, so it ties in with that weekend, which is nice, so.
I think if things are coinciding, it's to the better rather than the worse.
Right.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
right. Exactly.
We
But-
can help them, they can help us, they can tell each other that these things are going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another thing for Sunday would be Linda Pivacek is going to do, as part of our thing, a bird event
Oh, great.
on top of East Point. The outlines of which I am completely unfamiliar, but she's our resident expert on birds.
Mm.
Be good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you did
Always
great legwork, Jim. That was fast work you've done in the last few weeks to get this together. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
bravo.
What fun.
What else you gonna do?
I'm gonna dance.
Actually, Jim's the only person I know that managed to stay really busy in the middle of COVID. Although Regina, I'll bet you, Regina, you managed it too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, still working full time.
Ah, I can't claim that I have, so,
No, God, boredom is the big enemy now.
yeah, definitely.
Although it's ending, I'm telling you.
What is that? What does that word mean? I have no idea.
Boredom?
Boredom.
I know what it means. However, I have my spring catalogs. My boredom is ending
All right, that's cool.
Yes.
already.
So listen, my friends, is there anything else we would like to talk about at this point? I will send emails out to you as stuff evolves. I should say too, I've reached out to the school committee to cooperate on this and received a a positive but non-committal response. I've reached out to the Historical Society. I have not heard from them yet. I reached out to Swim, and they're very excited about everything. And I'll continue to reach out to other local organizations.
Mhm.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
You can make sure you send it to me because I've been doing this together with Diane Monteith, this East Point Watch. And we have a drop on April 15th where we will very happily and elegantly, blah, 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 promote everything. And we could use this as a vehicle to, you know, an additional vehicle to,
That's great.
and I can even, there's another drop May 15th. So if you want, you can send me another.
Yeah, so we'll just keep talking about that.
Yeah, but put me on your list of communique, on your communique list.
You are on so many of my lists, Elizabeth.
Yeah, but sometimes I didn't, one of your mails got into junk that I just retrieved and I didn't get your grant application. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
make sure that I'm there, and I will work very hard to do things. I've also, this is just from our group, I also do a squawking bird stuff.
Oh, I love those.
So we could do that too, if you wanted to promote it that way.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Jim, I hate to give you praise, but I got to say, this is a tour de force. I really think if we pull this off up above, because I do think there's so much to be gained by being up above. And I know the concern, but God, I hope we can accommodate that concern and go forward. Because this could be something that the town just looks back on for, everybody's going to be ready for a communal activity, and it's going to be way up there, and it's going to be so special. This could be your tour de force.
Well, it's ours. The other, I just mentioned that in the year 2000, on the 30th anniversary of Earth Day, we did a thing at East Point. And one of the most wonderful pictures I have in my mind is standing at Canoe Beach and looking up at 40 steps and seeing probably 100 kids from the Johnson School with flags flying, marching from Town Hall to East Point to celebrate Earth Day. It was out of this.
Do you have those pictures? I could, if you find them, send them.
And
no,
I don't, but I sent an email to Julie at.
Maybe she has some. What a beautiful picture. Beautiful picture. Yeah.
It was. So
maybe we can recreate that again with the Johnson School. That would be nice.
We can certainly, I will specifically run that by them. I have talked with Diana Brandy, who teaches art at the Johnson School now. And I think she is more than willing to work with us, whether formally associated with the school or not, because there's some potential organizational hesitancy about this, but so that's fine. We can deal with it. But I mean, one of the things I would like to do, especially getting involved with the Facebook group, Nahant Moms and Dads, if you're familiar with that, getting that demographic involved with our activities. You know, the young families with kids in the Johnson School or other local private schools, getting them involved in poetry contests. I mean, there are a bunch of different things that we can do. I think that would involve that demographic as well as the older demographic, because I know You know, there are grandparents that would want to see their grandkids, you know, dancing around a maypole. And does anyone know, oh shoot, what's her name? The head of the Council on Aging. She's leaving?
Linda Peterson?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard something about that, but I don't know anything more.
Oh, I saw a thing on the town website, you know, taking applications for executive,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
which is too bad because she's terrific.
Yeah.
yeah, she is, yeah.
She's a really good person. But anyway, so I'm going to reach out to the Council on Aging to see if we can use maybe their bus to transport older people up
Oh,
the hill and get them up there and then get them down later. As long as we can do that safely, I think that would, you know, enhance, because grandparents love to see grandchildren dance. I can testify to that. So it would be nice to do that as well. And anyone with ideas, you know, just shoot me an email and let me try to work on it. And I will reach back to you and make as many demands as I can.
Oh, I haven't actually. Do we want to have an area maybe on Memorial Point of tables where certain groups in town could have informational presentations?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've thought of that, or I'm just kind of telling you what you already know, but it'd be nice to have some, you know, just spread out where swim and moms and dads and Dory Club or the sailing club or
Yeah,
anybody
I
could.
agree. I think we encourage every organization in Nahant and Lynn. Hey, if you want to promote,
Nahant this time.
well, I mean, why couldn't we, if BLM, if Black Lives Matters wants a table, why not let them have one?
All right, I'm not gonna, I wouldn't turn anyone away, but I'm not, I want this to be a Nahant community thing.
Well, I know.
So, but
In defense to Hugh, may I say that, so this is going to be 3 weeks before our annual town meeting.
2 weeks.
So 2 weeks. So I think we want to fine tune to Nahant. Not that anything else matters, but let's thread the needle very carefully to get everybody out there to East Point so that they can see what's at risk. I mean, really.
Yeah.
And actually the open space could do a table, Ellen.
That's a good suggestion.
Just
We're
to have
actually-
people.
Yeah, good idea.
I
to
think we
have-
want as many tables as we can get because we want as many people as we can get.
and
But
actually,
Nahanters, yeah.
And Nahanters, yeah.
early on, I think maybe if the first email that I sent out about this, I had mentioned that I'd reached out to artists and which I will continue to do. So yes, the idea is to have down across from Canoe Beach, along the fence that separates us from Northeastern, to have tables laid out there so that, you know, artists and craftsmen and so forth can be there. And the request to them was to have to be consistent with the theme that we're trying to introduce. So, yeah, nature and art. So that's
Nature and art. Okay,
art. Yeah,
keep it simple.
yeah. So I think we're going to have fun.
I do too.
That's great. Very exciting.
Yeah,
You know, I don't like praising you, so yes.
I know.
I'm very impressed.
Oh, that's right. But how about the hair, Hugh? Come on.
I would do ponytail look,
Just try to do a blind cut.
more distinguished.
I've been blind cutting for years. Don't worry about a thing.
So I'm going to get a haircut. I have my first COVID shot. I'm going to get my second COVID shot, and then my wife gives me permission to get a haircut. So good. All right, friends. Thank you so much for this gathering.
Thank you.
Always nice to see you all.
Yes, very nice seeing you all.
Here.
Some for the first time.
Yeah.
Good. So we may do this again, but I'll be circulating emails, looking for feedback and putting ideas out and so forth, and we can go from there. Okay?
Good. Thank you, Jim. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks
Thank
for all your
you.
work. Okay,
No problem.
bye-bye. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
See you at East Point, walking.
All right, let's see. All right, hit off, I guess. Leave meeting.